It is a big stack up coming in from Dream, but Eternal Fire seemed like they got a decent read with Xantares to the other side of the map. But Niter, 2K, I've seen moving in, maybe to avoid contact for Xantares. Nevertheless, no, it's Xantares to come up ahead with that kill. Could be good obfuscation, but in the end, they do move on towards the B-bomb site. Eternal Fire stacked up so many players in this direction. Molly more than fringe their movement. Calyx actually lining things up. Good shot coming his way. Zibron and Alex continue to put bullets into their opponents' heads, and now they've got the advantage when it comes to the numbers. Alex won't stop fragging. Xantares out of the equation. It's all down to Woxic, and against 3, he might have to battle this with teeth and nails. They're so very low, therefore this is a doable affair. Getting 1 kill on the one hand does allow him to get right back into it, but with a kill onto Zebron, he's definitely got time to play this. Michette, Woxic aggressing, trying to find the right shot. It is going to be the headshot eventually, and Woxic gets himself the clutch to put Eternal Fire up ahead on the first round.
Oh, is there a gap through the smoke? Eimer trying to find something here. Niter 2K though, he's managed to put a dent in the head of Woxic. Bit of damage going either way. That nade, it could have done a lot more had it landed in the face of Niter.
Good shot by Issa though. To turn a fire right back in the mix. Movement. Niter. Seems like Issa will no longer contest his connector position. But Emo, against the smoke, actually backs out of it in the corner. Zibron doesn't choose to challenge it. Issa actually comes out on top. Eternal Fire have got the numbers, but do they have Dream's number? Have they telegraphed this positioning? Calyx, the only man defending the B side currently. He's got reinforcements coming in, but he hasn't been spotted. Moving across the pillar there. He's able to grab one, doubles it up. Issa chimes in for another. Eternal Fire is going to be a 3-0 start for the Turkish side.
To crawl out of this hellhole that Eternal Fire is carving out for them. Kind of convenient to say that because Eternal Fire, hell.
I know what you were going with there, but while you were saying that, there were just a few kills, way too many kills going in the favor of Eternal Fire in that position. Probably not the best weapon to use, but it's pretty cool. Flames came out of the nozzle. But there you go. Flawless round from Eternal Fire, and feels like the only chance that Dream may have a chance in this is by going somewhere hyper-aggressive. But when I do say that, when Top goes for something on the aggressive sort of line, it's Eternal Fire again to find the opening kill. So Dream, time and time again, being left at a disadvantage. And with Calyx taking an unorthodox position, gains information of the approach. Alex first to interest. Woxic smoke, blocking the entry for now. Calyx to have space to move back, uses the smoke as protection. Woxic close by, good shot. Calyx holds his own ground, but the flash is everything. Mishechka gets himself under the site. 2 kills, nearly the third. That could have been it against Woxic. Ooh, but he can feel the pressure. Woxic above the smoke again. Might be clutching this up for a scene. He has indeed. Mishechka can't do all that much. 9-0 for Eternal Fire. I mean, it's a vital aspect of Vertigo. Being able to deliver where it hurts most. That's the shot that Dream needed. Numbers advantage. Can they carry it through? Nade follow-up. Does damage onto Zibron. Emo holding his ground towards ramp. Artillery could get one out of position. That's actually huge. Smoke delayed. Actually hasn't attracted any attention there. Niter, delayed swing. Emo actually capitalized upon it. Eternal Fire bringing things back to an equilibrium state, as Dream may want to aggress towards the B site. Calyx holding his ground, second player onto the left position, jumps up, quick capitalization of that angle. And Dream have no more Dream. This is turning into a nightmare for them. Eternal Fire delivering on all ends. They may have found an instance where they can perform towards the site, but Xantares is there to stop them.
He's gonna have to back off courtesy of the Molotov that they've deployed. But soon enough, Issa, oh, not quite, but Calyx is there to get the read frag. Mishechka now in a 1v2. This is his chance to potentially get that first onto the board for his team. Weaving in and out of battle, but Calyx will make sure that he stays out of it. But at the game at hand, they're just about to get a landslide victory with nothing to show for it. Well, with Dream having nothing to show for it. Now, Issa He's been caught out in middle, so that allows them a bit of an opportunity. Maybe a single round is still something that they can hope for. But even that is looking a bit shaky with Zentaris being on the case.
So we saw a couple of mistakes here from Eternal Fire, not quite winning on the trades, being a little bit too greedy, not playing around with cover. And that could be the downfall when it comes to this round. Emo checking above first, not looking at the right corner at the right time. Zentaris is the final player remaining. Good headshot. Can he capitalize on the second? Does he expect the one below? Mashechka delivers. Dream. They actually find themselves around on the board. They really do. Good job.
Oh, nice
early
shot.
Kill. That's onto the site they go. Movement to be commenced, but Woxic stops it in its tracks. Nothing more given over. Issa has fallen victims to this position before, but will not fall to the same fate again. Backs off as Mashechka maybe to challenge ramp. Zibron to come in contact with Emo. Oh, look at this. Everyone else might be spotted first. Emo
should be able to get a shot here, and he's sort of acting as the bait. Even if he misses the shot, his teammate Issa can easily peek out and get that frag. But in the meantime, Mashechka's cooking something up on middle, but Woxic doesn't care. That high sensitivity paying off as he turns around in the nick of time and gets 2. Another 2K.
It really isn't. And they've only faltered once.
More, he's just making it look way too easy. Playing off of his position, capitalize off of the flashbang thrown by Issa. And this could get dicey here. Now, the lack of a Molotov means that Zentaris can once again exploit that sandbag position to the fullest potential. But Alex, in the meantime, he's taken away his head, and that just leaves Woxic and Calix. Neither 2K, if he can get a knife here,
that would be
all right,
glorious.
that's the momentum being brought back. Woxic cursing his unlucky stars.
Oh, surprise though. Calix, he saw where the bomb was, and even though Dream may have got smiles in their camp, may have been able to restore confidence by getting that knife kill and maybe a few fist bumps to come around, but it is Calix to pressure a little bit longer. Dream still need to collect this bomb. Could be a cleanup for Calix, down to 1 and 2, and Sindri blocking their entry. Ooh. Oh, imagine if he also gathered Alex. Not going to be the case, though. It is going to be Dream's victory.
When the CT side comes around, we see structure, and maybe we see extra mistakes being made by Eternal Fire. That's when we can get the conversation rolling. But right now, it's actually the mini ATM that has gotten the conversation started. And as soon as it starts, the chatter will also end, courtesy of Calix stepping into the fray.
Yeah, it does seem like the chapter she wrote is coming to an end. Alex all by himself will be sealed. He's going to go for it. No other choice. First swing. Could have been the timing for it, but no. Ema shuts him down. Bullet to the skull. 13 and 2 for Eternal Fire. You just shake them up a bit, see what falls off. It kind of feels like Eternal Fire are holding them from their legs. They're just shaking them, trying to see what is going on. Maybe to drop a few pennies here and there, gain some extra cash, you know, but right now Alex is being challenged onto the site, and big task ahead of him. Bomb does end up dropping. That's a lot of information relayed over, but he still runs away with a second. Now Eternal Fire on hot pursuit with Dream, trying to still hold things down as Issa needs to find this headshot but get his team right back into it. Good tap, now jumps away to safety. It is a 2v2 endeavor with a lot of time still remaining. They can choose to fall back, and that's exactly what they do. Zibron considering to push right back after them, but they don't really have the information. What Dream do have the choice of doing right now is either sticking together or completely separating on both sides of the map. But what Nita is going for the backstab. Oh, that is too smart, though. They wouldn't expect the complete rotate like that. Okay, Nita thinks they're going towards ramp. Zibron kind of knows what's going around. Oh, no, he actually doesn't. They're going to walk away with this scot-free, aren't they? Oh, they have no idea. Oh, Dream. I would not want to be in your shoes right now, because Eternal Fire are playing you like a fiddle. How do they even know? 30 seconds. Zibron turns around. It's a topsy-turvy. They're just going around the roundabout. Nita gets caught with his pants down. That's going to be a simple bomb plant. And Zibron just wonders what on earth just happened. The site is taken over. One kill goes his way, and it's down to 1-on-1.
Now, Issa's quickly carved himself out of decent position. His elbow's been spotted, though, and that means that Zibron can immediately get that 1v2. Nicely done, but we've got to see a lot more if we want to see Dream have a decent chance back into this game. Oh, Imor. Whoop. Question mark?
What?
Just walks right in. Double Deeks. All right. Okay.
I looked away from 1 second, and Emo runs away with a double deeg. We see you. We see you, Emo. Although I didn't quite see that. We see you.
And it seems like things are quickly going to go in the favor of Eternal Fire now, especially with a more constantly going ham like this. Picked up an AK, added 1 more to the tally. Now it's all down to Niter and Mishechka to potentially bring something back. The silver lining here is that their opponents don't have armor, and Mishechka, of course, can get that kill with ease, courtesy of it. So Eternal Fire, now as they move on to the B-bomb site, it seems like Dream are moving away from it. Zentaris, nice shot to start things off, and rotations are in order. Mishechka, MP9 in hand.
And now this is more than doable for Eternal Fire. Mishechka needs to come up huge. What does he do? There's an M4 right in front of him. Still holds on to the MP9. Information relayed. HE, the far distance. Splash damage onto Woxic. Is that going to be good enough? The line is just being held by Zentaris right now, and it's going to be simple shots going to his favor. 14-4.
As soon as Eternal Fire get their hands on... Okay, I'm so glad we get to see that. They didn't even need to have their hands on weaponry. Just started off with the Deagle. See where the wind takes you. Wouldn't really say carrying since it's such a landslide game, but you can see the differences in impact between top fraggers.
The fact that they that easily run away with entry kills, just as easy as they did on the CT side, just goes to show how refined they are. Issa again, making it dreadfully difficult for the Dream side. And one by one they fall as ragdoll physics are in play this patch. It's it's a flamboyant way to die, if you will, for Dream, but not the way they would have liked to gone out. 4 rounds will be it, apparently, this half, this matchup, this map, their own map pick as well, which does diminish their hopes of running away with a map this series. Eternal Fire, showing them who's boss. Dream trying to collect their forces together. Information relayed by these pushes. Could be a free kill. AK-47 picked up. Not entirely over. Woxic, he's never going to miss that shot, is he? He's just too quick. And now Zibran, well, his position hasn't been calibrated just yet. Trying to find its way, but there's 2 players holding this angle, which makes this deadly difficult. Eternal Fire, 16-4. They've won map number 1 to maybe allow Eternal Fire to rotate in this direction, but they're holding around, and it could be a good call because it seems that Eternal Fire haven't budged. Now moving into it, Zentaris is the first man to find the first blow. The B-site is theirs entirely without dropping a single player.
Issa's taking quite a few bullets into his head as he's trying to hold down the wire, but now Dream have to go for an uphill battle of a retake. Eternal Fire, they've got their foots firmly cemented on the B-bomb site, and all they have to do is make sure that they can hold on to their livestock. At least firing off the first cylinder. He's able to get the first one in.
Ooh, good shot by Alex. Now, that could bring them right back into it, but Issa hasn't shown his card just yet. Now, with the swings coming out, it is Dream finding them as a target, but Woxic is so darn strong when it comes to that Glock, and is so darn dangerous that they don't give a chance at all. Niter knows that there's no chance, knows that he can't do anything about this, knows that there's an impending doom and an impending boom coming out from the bomb. What did it say?
I feel like it's probably not right to mention on broadcast.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's keep on,
I was quite the toxic player when it came to my MM days. And, oh man, that MP9 could have done a lot more work. Just a little bit more elbow grease and that should have been it, but...
As Yoda, I sound, Issa finds 1 kill onto Zibran, makes things ever so easy. Now that could be the entry towards the B site. Mishechka actually does show his card, therefore Dream now know that the movement has been stopped towards the B site. Eternal Fire rotate towards A, but Dream, their efforts to rotate together and gather their forces are in vain because Eternal Fire find themselves on the other side of the map.
Being Inferno, you know that this is an AWP being tucked into the back pocket for next round. I don't know, because...
Right, okay. Always try to be a respectful player.
I'm not
trying to be a good cookie, but...
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I'm a top shelf cookie. No, not at all. I'm probably the one in the back that's rotting up.
Oh dear. I'm glad I didn't play MM with you back then. 4 versus 5 though is... Dream. Again, when it comes to the numbers, they've been hurt. Eternal Fire, been able to leverage their position. But Inferno is one of those maps where it's just mid control, banana control. Try and play around these rotations, catch the CTs off guard. But look what Nita talking about catching someone off guard. That's him to catch up Calix. Xantares won't be able to capitalize on positioning as seems like Nita has moved away from position. Equalizing the numbers as Dream have polarized their players' positioning across the map.
Only 2 players to deal with, regardless of what side they decide to hit. Tucking into the cubby, there should be at least 1 player in the form of Dream. On the other side, Niter used to peep around the smoke. Maybe they can get a nice crossfire going, but that's information being relayed. Niter, he pulls out in the nick of time, and there it is. They have been able to get another kill, and Imor will be left all to his lonesome. A 1v3, numbers start to be punched in, and that's an AK-47 in his hands. But it's a massive player from Eternal Fire. He's got a lot of firepower, and he can get it done, taking a few straight bullets. Nearly isolates one, but he catches one through the smoke. Doesn't need to have his eyes open, but he eventually gets rushed down by Zebron and his USB. Dream getting their first round on the board relatively early compared to Vertigo.
Very nicely done by Dream, putting themselves on the board. Could be a confidence builder.
And Niter 2K. Oh, did he give an audio cue over there? It's a complete chaotic round as 4 kills go.
Touching heads.
That's uncomfortable. Oh, once again bumping heads.
Woxic is just too experienced with the bump of heads. And was able to figure out what was happening quicker than his opponent. Now, Zebron. All that is left will Dream.
Attention to detail. Love it.
Smoke out, giving him space. Zebron actually aggresses. Woxic spots out the barrel of his opponent's weapon. Tote bag is flying. Everything inside gets dropped to the floor. Xantares, early free kill towards apartments, can't be retaliated.
Because he's far enough that he won't quickly be able to deploy utility, that means that Alex is going to be quickly taken care of, and that will allow Eternal Fire to comfortably move on to the bomb site. Now, you can see that. He's too far away to help, can't get there in the nick of time. Even with the smoke spam, he won't really get anything done. And the call has been made. Dream immediately back off. Right out of the water. They dip their toes. Ooh, cold, breezy. -1 Celsius.
Have a look at that. And a pistol. There you go.
It almost seems like they're throwing it at the camera as well.
As if they know. Retailed back. Mishenchka actually aggressing and dies to flames. I think Dream have had enough. They're just making mistakes at this point, and Eternal Fire seem to be having a lovely time. Top actually ends up getting 1, but Issa is able to bounce back by getting the trade. But it looks like they've turned their attention towards the A side. It's a good decision as well, because only 1 player lies defending.
Zebron's going to have a lot of responsibility to shoulder through. Quickly tucks himself in, because now we realize that there's a lot of audio cues coming his way, but he's going to be checked. They check the far angle, though. They immediately look at the top of the box, and eventually he does get taken care of. Bomb. Time to get planted. Eternal Fire. Now, all they have to do is hold down the wire as Dream try to desperately get in. A few taps through the smokes and terrors. He's put on his night vision goggles.
It's just too easy. That easy. Oh, it seems like Eternal Fire.
Slowly but surely, inching his way in. No sniper on the other side as well. A bit of a stalemate. Woxic right out. That high sensitivity allows him to switch over to that second player as well. A third player telegraphs his position. Mishenchka, I think he might be giving up a bit too much information with the fact that he's spraying through. Nade doesn't quite hit the intended target. Now they're going to move right in. He gets caught while he's trying to sneak himself into dark. Woxic is just too quick on the trigger. And because Dream have consistently just been staying on the A site, you know exactly where the hunt is going to come from. They know they're not going to bother. As soon as they get the bomb down, their next step is to head into pit.
I think it's the same for players, right? I think they find it exciting when games are close and it gets your blood flowing and he gets your adrenaline pumped up, but right now it's just a walk in the park for them, and I'm sure they're not really amused, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just want to clean this up. Accidentally, quote unquote.
Yes, accidentally. Any more?
Oh, that's going to be a freebie for Zebron.
I think walking right next to the corner probably gave up too much of a position. Allowed Zebron to sort of get ready for the kill as well. But Eternal Fire, I think they're taking a bit of damage now. 3v3. Issa and Zentaris are so low that if Mishechka pushes in at the right time, they're going to get completely mowed down. Calyx, though, turns around in time, gets one for his troubles, but at the end of the day,
just want to extend that. And I think they're on a good track to perhaps do that.
yeah, but with this push coming in from Eternal Fire and Zebron not immediately capitalizing, it's a bit worrying. They're trying to find the AWP through the smoke, but they eventually will. Still, 2 players remaining on the other side of the map, or on the other side of the bomb site.
Could be a good option for them to rotate now as Eternal Fire have opted to aggress, actually. Xantares, does he expect this push? Alex, slowly but surely. Xantares is just so quick on the swing. Alex can't do anything about it, and now the A site's completely open. Nita is locked out of it. The spray down is fruitful for Issa. Nita has just fallen 2 against 4. Eternal Fire making their way into the site. Getting that bomb down is their next point of action. Xantares aggresses up across the smoke as well. Catches Mishechka off guard, and it's all down to Tok, and he can only look back in anger.
If you recall, it actually ended very similarly on Vertigo, where I believe the scoreline was 12-3. And with Eternal Fire playing the way they are, the money being a bit lacking on Dream, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case once more. So whether or not they set a new high score, it really does come down to the piss around. I feel like this is one of those songs that is kind of familiar in my head, but I don't know that I know it.
Okay, I love that song. I really do.
All the ways
It's a mood
so
fixer.
that's something in common.
But now, oh, look at Tok. What can you do here, sir? Could end up with a couple. Change position for Emo. I love the spray down from him. The awareness that Tok could be in that position, but not quite the finishing blow there, for the trades are equal across the board. 3 against 3, Calyx aggressing. Nita's shots go wide at the start, but able to scramble up the pieces in the end. Eternal Fire seem to be on a back foot in this round.
See if this 2v3 works out. Woxic has consistently been able to get entry frags with the AWP, and that's what makes him such a powerful force on the roster. Making it next to impossible for these players to get anything done out of this.
Ooh,
the Desert Eagle eventually
massive.
Connecting. Niter, he's got a big task on his hands. He's got to take 2 players and he has to defuse the bomb. Now, whether or not he can isolate them, let's find out. Fountain not being expecting it. It is going to be a 12-3 scoreline. I think they're just playing for bonus points. I think they're playing to beat their high score of 4. Let's see if they can get the piss around. Zentaris looking very crispy with that USB aim already early on. That is one member of the Dream roster being taken away.
Yeah, so instantly Dream lose confidence upon taking the B site, and they rotate towards the A site together with the bomb. Mishechka, the first man to lead the charge, moving out of apartments. Xantares holding his ground, so there's Emo on both sides of the map. Seems like Eternal Fire set up a blockade, and Dream are battling with the bare hands to just break through it, but Eternal Fire. 2 teams, 2 very different goals. But 1 round that separates these 2 goals indeed. Emo, good shot onto Tok, nothing given over. And with that, with the trade being handed over to Woxic, Alex walks directly in front of his crosshair. Into the B side they go, 2v2 Endeavor. Calyx, it's a simple hold from him. Xantares does peek out, but it's all down to 1 in that location. Spray down, Zebron actually ends up winning out on the first kill, but can't quite find the follow-up. Calyx, with the flap of Xantares, does end up finishing off the rest. Nita does give it a good go, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 16-3. It is Eternal Fire to close out MUP 2, and thus the series.
Can I keep my head above